Welcome back to the Andaze Show. We're back for a little special episode. It's me, Andaze, and we're here with my special guest and also my co-host, Depp and Gus Cloud. If you guys don't know who Gus Cloud is, he is formerly known as Gap, has made an EP named Supernova and a s- single titled Natura. But he's back, more return to form as Gus Cloud, and we're here having him on the show for a special episode. So what's up? What's up, my boy? What's up with my friend here? First of
Not
all,
much, man.
first
Not
of all, I
much.
just want to ask you,
Mm.
to people who really don't know you or kind of new to this new name of yours, what kind of things do Gus Cloud represent in terms of
What's your
this
deal, bro?
return? What's your deal? What's up with you, bro? What's up with you?
Okay. So you're asking why the name?
Why the name, and just give an introduction to who you are.
Okay. So, hello, I'm Gus Cloud, as you all probably know already. My name is because of Star Fox, the main character, Fox McCloud. I just, took off the MC, or sorry, yeah, the MC, and just play like Cloud. But also, I like it a lot because the cloud to me is very expressive to what my music is and to what the music is trying to convey through the lyrics and the beats and everything like that. Um, Therefore, Gus Cloud. Also, Gus is my first name.
Yeah.
And what else can I add? I mean, it's been a long time coming. Andrew here knows that for about 3 years I've been doing albums, and always scared of dropping them from fear of opinion and just me being a shy little bitch. But after so long, finally, I just said I'm gonna reform myself. I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna come back hard. So I made so I made this single titled I Don't Know What I'm Doing. It comes out on December 10th, and the song is literally about what you would expect. Um, you know, I'm pretty sure that I can speak for you too when I say that, for the most part, they have no idea what's going on, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're always lost, confused, and of course, we never want to show that to people because then that makes us look. Sorry, because that makes us look weak, right?
I mean, maybe you, but not me.
Sure thing, buddy. Sure.
Mhm.
He's built different. Yeah. In the context of this song, it's just me being completely, more so more vulnerable about that. Just
Definitely.
saying it straight up. Um, Backed up by some some pretty neat instrumentation. And yeah, that's pretty much my little intro, bro.
Definitely.
Pretty much it.
Um, I've heard the song, obviously. You touch about and talk about the atmosphere of the song really is kind of perfect with the title. So expanding on that relatability, because obviously most people are usually stuck in some kind of way or fashion or form. So what kind of started the spark for this song?
Okay, so basically, I was gonna go out with my sister for her birthday, right, on
Yeah.
November 1st, I think. Yeah. And as we were going out of the apartment, we actually some guy came up to us and robbed us at gunpoint,
Yeah.
and it was
Wow.
very very troublesome, right? Of course. And that experience and that experience really troubled me for some time. So after we got robbed, short story, basically, we went to the PD to debrief, and whilst I was sitting there, I began to think on many things. One of these being the fact that if that moment, God forbid, but if I had died in that moment, my book Rainfall, that probably,
Yeah.
not probably, that would have never come to light ever. My songs, same thing. My album, same things. The things that I care the most about in this world, in terms of the art form, people are never going to see that, and just that
Definitely.
made me cry, man. Like I
Mm.
teared up. So I went back home. I basically did nothing. I simply slept when I got back home immediately. Then the next morning, like I had school, like really boring. And then for some reason, right after the school class I had the idea to make a song.
Yeah.
And I was depressed, right? So basically, I just didn't know what to do. So and that happened to a point where like the first thing like that I did for the song period was to like improvise vocals to like test what flows work, what doesn't, the melodies, yeah, blah blah blah.
Mm.
And like it got to a point where I did not know what I was doing. So on the song, I just start like to record me saying, "And I don't know what I'm doing." So it's like I'm like, hold on, actually, that's that's kind of good. So I looped it. I made a
It's a
demo,
bit lazy,
like a
but
2 minute demo. Who the fuck asked? I'm sorry, but who asked? Thank you. Anyways,
sorry.
um,
I'm here to offer my input as a co-host.
I don't accept your apology,
Yeah, keep going.
Mr. Depp. Yeah. Um, and yeah. So I write the lyric, and I was very um doubtful of if people would like it or not. So of course, to see that output, I showed it to my best friends, basically, my boys. Over at Wamsta Inc. The
Yeah.
ones who don't know. It's all good. Anyways, I showed it to them, and their excitement, their hype, their actual support, just made me realize like, wow, this is it. And and like when I said that to myself, I started to just write down the words release date December 10th.
And by the
Um,
way, if I can add,
mhm, yeah.
there is actually a remix of the song up now already on SoundCloud.
Yeah. Andrew can probably like link it down below. It's kind of a fire
Hmm.
Yeah.
remix, but I recommend to hear the original first, just to
Oh
have an
yeah,
idea.
for sure.
Mhm.
Just for streams. But yeah. So yeah, and that remix really showcases how much they liked the song and how much they really just supported me throughout the process and even today with this recording right
Do you
now.
want to explain like what the remix? People probably don't even know what it is.
Oh, right. So this is not your typical remix where you have like a DJ come in and he makes like a club song or something like that. It's more like uh it kind of makes it be like a whole like different song.
Yeah, definitely.
Basically, it's my friends, Andrew included, Depp also included,
Okay, I
with two
started it. You
other
can
friends.
say I'm also included.
You are, bro. The two other people. So we made that song, and the whole remix is just them like ad libbing over the song, and that sounds like lame as fuck, right? But it's not.
That shit
It's
fire.
actually hilarious. It's fire.
Yeah.
There are some parts here and there that just hit even harder.
Definitely.
Shout out Depp.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, just a great remix.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
I did, I did tell the guys that if I ever made enough popularity or fame, hopefully from this song and my path, I'm willing to release it on all platforms straight up. I don't care if people hate on it. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Maybe like on April 1st or some shit,
Yeah,
like an
definitely.
April Fool's
Definitely.
joke. That could be
Mhm.
pretty good.
Yeah.
No. Sorry. Let's go back to the actual song.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So the song went under many troubles. I needed to figure out like what genre to make it, and recently I've been listening to a lot of rock records, mainly from the band Radiohead, who really have this style that stood out to me a lot. So when you hear the song, you can totally tell that like there is some inspiration from that style of rock music in there, with something that's just me, in my opinion, like like something fresh and something different sounding, um and um and yeah, it's just like it was a very passionate song to make, like the recordings, right? I have this thing, it's kind of weird, where I'll be recording a vocal for a song, like I'll be not freestyling, mind you, but I'll be just like free versing, um, lyrics and stuff. And there are some times that like when I do that, I actually start to almost tear up because of how like beautiful that thing sounds. I know that sounds very like very like egocentric and selfish and shit, but but you know when that happens, I know that I struck gold.
Yeah, definitely.
So that happened with this song by just me repeating the chorus over and over again. Um, and yeah, it's a 3 minute it's a 3 minute and 40 second song. I'm excited to hear everyone hear it and to hear their thoughts on it. Um, and it's been very fun to do the process so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking a step back in terms of when you're recording that vocal, that improvised vocal,
Yeah.
try to put us in a way. What's going through your mind when you're recording? Because obviously, a huge level of the song is relatability. So when you were making the song, what kind of like emotions were racing through your mind? Because
Mhm.
obviously from hearing the song, it's definitely a very more darker atmosphere.
Yeah.
And obviously the title makes it very like, damn, like I can relate to this. Like obviously that's what we're going for. So like allowing these listeners to sympathize, what kind of emotions were you going through when recording the song?
3 words: solitude, worth, and legacy.
I thought you were gonna say I don't know. That actually would have been a good bit.
That would pretty funny, but
Yeah.
I'm not quoting like that.
Hmm.
But yeah. Those three
Sorry.
words are really important in the whole
Yeah,
chasm of
definitely.
what the song
Definitely. In
is.
terms of like the robbery situation you had before the song.
Yeah. And legacy to me, I mean, like I have to get like into a super tangent about this, right? But I think that the most important thing in life is to leave a legacy of some
Definitely.
kind.
Definitely.
Hmm.
And you know, just having that thought just like repeat constantly, like in my head, made me want to make the song. Not only make it, but also release it as soon as possible. Of course, that being said, polished and well made. But still, I wanted to make people hear this now
Yeah.
because you never know what could happen tomorrow. So
Yeah.
it's very grim, sure, but it's also honest and very truthful
Yeah.
to how life can be
Yeah.
a dick sometimes.
Yeah.
And and so at the legacy, there's worth.
Mm.
Throughout my high school life and right now, I've been told that, like I'm a very good person, like in terms of what I do in music and literature and all these things. And I didn't really believe it that much because like of like the sole fact that I was so scared to even drop something publicly.
Yeah.
Like I would like, ask people constantly to see if I could even drop it maybe.
Yeah. And also, sorry to interrupt you,
Yeah.
but expanding on that idea, what besides obviously this robbery, what kind of forced this breakout in terms of like, fuck, bro, I really need to drop? Because obviously I've
Mhm.
felt that emotion, especially right before I dropped Rupture. I was like, fuck, dude, what do
Yeah.
I do? So like, how was going through those emotions? Like, fuck, I need to drop. You know?
Well, if I'm honest, like I put it vice versa, meaning that like the robbery was really the breakout point,
Yeah.
like the climax, because for a long time things have been like building up, for a long time now. For example, little known fact, but I'm going to London for college now. And like it's that thought that maybe once I'm there, like I'll be too busy to make music now, or I'll be just too busy in general to do things that I love, like music. um so I always felt like I had like an invisible, like like a what's the word, like a ticking bomb just going
Yeah.
constantly
Definitely.
with no time limit, but it just keeps ticking. And that
Mhm.
is very anxiety inducing, that like that idea. um So yeah, that robbery was the breakout point because I realized, listen, if I die, no one can hear anything at all. So I just need to do this.
Yeah.
Um, so I got off my sad ass and I just made what I think is my best song yet.
Yeah.
There are many people who, well, not many, probably like I can probably count the many like in two hands, but the people who know my Gap profile and that part of my path as an artist, like I used to make electronic music mostly, um, you know, pop, like electro pop basically, and that genre, like even though I do like it, I never felt too comfortable with it.
Yeah.
So throughout the years, due to my feelings of worth, legacy, solitude, I started to gain matter on the on just like what sounds can properly reflect this mood, this sentiment. And I just went to rock music, specifically alternative rock music.
Yeah.
Since people think that rock music is just like, Queen or like Nirvana or something, but it's many subgenres, right? So
Mhm.
it's like that kind of subgenre of rock, and it's a very I really think that the sound fits the tone and the vocals so well, incredibly well actually.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with the
Definitely.
song, incredibly happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So building on one of those foundation words you use, legacy.
Mhm.
Um, Obviously everyone wants to leave legacy, but taking a step back from that word, um, what do you think the future holds of you now you've gone through this breakthrough point of obviously this new name, return to form, kind of Gus Cloud in
You
terms of
talked about the
inter
book
in the book,
earlier.
the obviously new projects. So what's next for you?
I think that I'm only getting started. I as I mentioned earlier, I have the book titled Rainfall. I'm still doing it heavily. I haven't touched it in a while since the music stuff has come up again. But once I release this song and my, not yet and my not yet announced next project, when I drop those things, I will go full on with the book. It's a book that also has like the tone of my music. So I think that if you are like a fan of what I do music wise and you like reading, which you should,
Mhm.
if you like those things, then you'll definitely enjoy the book.
So that's an audience of
Anywho.
about 0 people, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one,
Hey,
no
he's
one
starting
reads
fresh,
books.
man. He's starting fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and the next thing is the albums. I'm not going to announce them formally here yet, since I want to see the song perform well 1st.
Mhm.
But I'm going to be making um, I'm going to be doing it like an EP, and the EP is shown on the cover of the actual single, where I put like a little label says "made for blank title," which means like the album title.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what I'm doing is not gonna be a single. It's the main single of my next, like basically my next EP, which again reflects those tones of solitude, mostly solitude. Since the EP is called, well, I'm not gonna say it now, but
It's
you
on the
know,
cover. You can already
it's
see
on the
it.
cover. You'll see it when the song comes out.
You can already see it. Um,
What do you mean?
like, isn't the cover already like
Oh,
out there?
not really. It's not really out there. I mean, like on the pre-save link, but no one sees that from there. Like, but no one sees that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
but you could go see it right now if you want.
yeah. If you want to be spoiled, go right now and see the name of the EP. Um, yeah. But I've got a long path ahead of me. I'm excited. I'm extremely like optimistic, and now I see this London move as less of a fear of losing my passion, but more
Mhm.
like a chance to gain that passion even more. Since you know how London is known to be a incredibly like cultural rich place,
Yeah.
like with
Definitely.
the music and the films and the literature and all these things.
Mhm,
And they have a really great base for like creators who are just like me,
mhm.
young, just starting out with ideas,
Everything
ambitions.
except food, maybe.
Don't tell him. Okay, I didn't say it, bro. You said it. I
Yeah,
didn't say
yeah,
it, bro.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah. It's yeah, like the path ahead. I am no longer scared of not leaving a legacy because no matter what I do, no matter if the albums are popular or the singles popular or not, to me, just to like say something else, right?
mhm,
Legacy doesn't mean if something is popular or not. Something is legacy is something that marks who you are in this world. Something that is timeless, that cannot age like your body will and die eventually. These pieces of music, these art forms are timeless and they will live past us and so much farther beyond. So, even though say that I don't know what I'm doing is like a sleeper hit or not even hit like at all, it's just some song. Someday if I have a family, which is kind of crazy to say, but like when I have a family
Unlikely, but
someday, sure, dude, I will tell
definitely.
them, and like just the idea of my kid, or that's kind of weird here, shit, of my kid having his dad have like music and like a book published. Not many, like not many kids can say that. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm just trying to leave a stamp of who Gus Cloud is in this world.
Yeah,
Even like when it's past my time. My hope is that no matter who you are, that you will know who I am from that project and
yeah,
from what I did to contribute to this world.
yeah. Speaking on the name,
Mhm.
of Gus Cloud, um, what do you think the change of tone is compared from the nickname Gab
Yep.
to the title Gus Cloud, who you are now?
It's funny you say that because Gab really had no tone whatsoever. So basically, for the ones that don't know, which is pretty much like all of you, Gap is my actual. Well, Gap are basically like my three initials, like my real name, right? So, and not only that, but Gap was also like my nickname on the internet. Long before I made music. So it basically had no tone whatsoever, no substance, no flair. I mean, like it sounds cool, sure, but that's pretty much it, right? So when going to Gus Cloud, I wanted to get it the complete opposite to that. I wanted to get a substantial name that means something to me, that showcases like who I am, that like the very the very like great tone of my music. Since a very big like emphasis like on my art so far has been shades of gray.
Yeah,
Because like the mere concept of like black and white, yes or no.
Mhm.
What if you put like a maybe in there? So now you have 10 different shades of gray that are extremely ambiguous, and those are the essential feelings of what I'm going to do with my music. So maybe tomorrow I'll drop a happy song, like a C major, like a disco song, and then the other day I'll drop like a sad ballad, like a sad ballad, right? So it's about interpreting what gray means,
yeah,
because there are many shades of it, and yeah, that is really the main meaning of my name. I'm trying to make it clear that I'm going to make an extremely ample variety of sounds, because this is something that kind of bothers me. I like albums that sound the same throughout because they're trying to be cohesive. Like I totally get that, you know what I mean? But I personally prefer albums that like each song sounds so different that than the last, to a point where you definitely know how that song was.
yeah.
Um and that is what I'm gonna do with the EP that comes out that I cannot say much about. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on that.
Mm,
Can
yeah.
I can I take credit for being one of the first people to call you Gus?
Yeah. So basically for jokes, these guys would call me Gus as a joke. Which at first I'm like, okay, dude, I get it. That's funny, yeah. Um, but then I thought about it, and I'm like, huh, I actually like that. So when I said that, basically, I became comfortable with it, and I stuck with it. Now Dap wasn't the only person to call me Gus. There's actually more people outside of our friend group that actually called me Gus too. And
Yikes.
like it's basically like it's the combined effort of those
Mhm.
people that made me, I guess, choose this name.
Mhm.
So thank you. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, man, it's been love the name. Never changing it.
Yeah.
Never.
Never,
On God,
huh?
never. Mark my words, y'all.
Yeah.
Save this clip.
10 years later, wow, new name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
I just want to expand on the song itself. Obviously it's very relatable. Do you plan on doing any projects? I guess definitely towards promoting the song, but any projects you're kind of scared to do when you're under Gap, such as a music video or things like that, or you might do under Gus Cloud.
when under Gap, I didn't want to drop, not only song wise, but also marketing wise. Like I was a very and still am, very timid with how I portray myself to people. Um, so when doing Gus Cloud, I needed to face the fear that I'm not like Daft Punk. I need to show people who I am so that they have some sense like of attachment to the like to the music.
Yeah. A face behind
And
the
when
music.
doing that, exactly the face behind the music. So and by doing that, I gained lots of confidence that I had not had before. I became more more proud of the stuff that I was making. Not only that, but if you told me like on the Gap era to make a music video for it, like a song or something,
Yeah.
I would have said no. But if you told me now to make a music video for, say, I don't know what I'm doing, I would totally do it, 100%, because I'm, dead on sight that this
Do
is
it.
it. Well, I actually am doing it.
Oh,
Shh.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
the
yeah, yeah.
first
I
time
am
we guys are
doing
When?
hearing
it.
that.
And listen, I tip to young artists all around the world. You don't need $2 million to make a video, okay? Get that shit
No.
out of here. All you need is a camera and creativity. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Also good lighting, but that's pretty much it.
I mean, look at
Um,
the Andaze Love video.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on. That's a
great
banger.
video.
That's a
Great
banger.
video. Yeah. And like it's also to add more texture to the song, since the video is going to represent basically what the person or the character within the song is going through physically.
Yeah.
Because those ideas of I don't know what I'm doing, right? That's more like him talking to himself. Um, so the video is it's just supposed to show like what's happening, really happening while he's saying those things. So yeah, I'm very excited to make the video. I don't know when it's gonna come out. Hopefully by next week or like earlier.
Oh, damn.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm
I
very
didn't know
excited
anything
to
about that.
release it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm excited to show it off.
Very
I'm hyped for
nice.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And we actually have a clip right now of the video. I'm gonna show you
We
guys.
don't. We don't.
So
Yeah, we
everyone look to the
This
do.
is-
screen
Yeah.
and
Yeah. This is like Jimmy
Enjoy
Kimmel,
the
huh?
video. Yeah, it's gonna be some like random video that has no connection to this at all. like the minions saying happy birthday or
yeah. Play that.
something. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. This
Please
is
play that.
playing.
Oh yeah. And if you don't mind, I wanted to say something else too.
Yeah. Yeah. As a final wrapping up thoughts.
Yeah. With my music, you know how I said that one of my foundation words was solitude, right? Being
Yeah.
alone. I not only take that concept to like an emotional standpoint, but to an artful one. Since my whole like creative key right now is like basically like my tagline is it's okay to be alone sometimes, meaning that taken pride on being the sole mixer, masterer, writer, singer, producer, instrumentalist on all my songs, including I don't know what I'm doing. Same with the marketing, with help of course my friends, of course.
Yeah.
Thing is though that I do want to take head on this thing as well, since I'm really set on that how I want to make it myself as well.
Mm.
So it's very important to note that these days recently, there have been many young new artists who are the producer, the writer, and the singer, and seeing that like basically conglomeration of talents is so cool. And that's something that I'm also going to like abide by. So
Mm.
yeah. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that if the song sucks, I'm the one to blame. Just me.
Just him.
So yeah, just me.
Well, there you
So
go.
yeah.
As a final wording part, thank you, Gus Cloud, for being on the show. I really appreciate it. I know it's been a while since you guys have seen me on this audio platform, but I had to bring it back for the boy. You feel? Make sure to
Thank you,
check out
man.
Gus
Thank you.
Cloud's new song. I don't know what I'm doing, releasing December 10th on all major platforms. Make sure to check out his new projects coming out soon, book and album and all of that. Thank you for listening. I'm here, Andaze, with my co-host Depp, and Gus Cloud here. I'll see you all next time.
Peace.
Yeah.